Good afternoon and welcome to the El Molinón Stadium for this fixture of matchday 31 in La Liga Smartbank between Sporting Gijón and Las Palmas. Very simple. This is a mid-table clash between both sides, tied on 38 points. A win or a draw for either side will see them close the gap on the playoffs or put them closer to the relegation zone. 5 points separate both sides from the playoffs, but also 5 points separate them from the drop in the relegation zone. Live crowd here, quite nearly full here at the Molinón ground. Here is the home lineup today, played by Miroslav Djukic, a 4-4-2 with Marinho in goal, Medina, Molinero, Babin and Damián Pérez, Murillo, Javi Fuego, Pedro Díaz and Carmona make the midfield four, and Álvaro and Manu make the striking partnership up front. Babin, of course, coming back in at centre-half for the home side is a very big boost for the defence. Marc Valiente, who had been replacing Babin over the last couple of weeks, has been absent also through injury, missed the last game as well. Cordero played in his place at Sporting's previous matchup. Their 1-0 away defeat last week to Ponferradina, not in the starting 11 today. As well, Salvador picking up a yellow card in that game means that by an accumulation of yellow cards, he is not playing today. Hence the return to the starting 11 for Javi Fuego in the midfield. There was a possibility that it could have been Gragera, but he drops to the bench for today's game. Here is how the visiting side lines up, managed by Pepe Mel. It's a 4-2-3-1 with Valles in goal. Eric, Aitami, Lemos and De La Bella make the back four. Castellano and Fabio play the two holding midfield roles. Benito Ramirez, Tana and the young talent Pedri are the three midfielders in behind the main striker, Ruben Castro. Not many changes for Las Palmas, but we do see a return to the side for the likes of Tana and De La Bella. Quick reminder for those of you who don't know, José Gragera, the young midfielder from the academy of Sporting, today on the bench. That minute of silence was for the sad departure of his father, sadly leaving us throughout this last week in Gijón. Minute silence for him, and the condolences towards, of course, the player himself and the rest of his family. Miroslav Djukic gave the young lad the opportunity to sit out today's game. Made his intentions clear that he wanted to be part of the squad, and here he is today, and a lot of credit to him for the young José Gragera. Referee Oliver de la Fuente Ramos has already got this game underway. Of course, Sporting Gijón, the home side, in their traditional red and white kits, attacking from left to right on your screen. Las Palmas in the full yellow from right to left, and already not even half a minute into the game, Damián Pérez sees the first yellow card of the matchup after that quite hefty challenge We see there catching the elbow on the face of Eric, the right back for Las Palmas, and already Damian Perez playing at left back for the home side. Struggling here. Las Palmas with a possible quick early chance. The set piece play to be placed into the danger area by Benito Ramirez. Ball ends up though straight in the hands of Marinho in the Sporting goal. Lively start. After the unfortunate minute silence, game kicks off, 25 seconds in, first yellow card. Not the start Damian Perez was probably hoping for. Miroslav Djukic will not be happy with that. The fact that one of his defenders is going to have to play virtually the entire 90 minutes at risk of getting sent off, being on a yellow card. Especially in the case of Damian Perez, one of the fullbacks who really does like to go forward for Sporting. Throw in now down this right-hand side for Medina. Coming in at that right-back position. Pedri winning it back for Las Palmas, but the pass was very poor. Pedro Diaz. Manu Garcia hesitates and decides to turn around. Javi Fuego, who usually features in this side, coming off the bench. Going to get the game from the start. Medina plays in a very good cross, forcing Lemos, the Uruguayan centre-half, into clearing the ball wide for a corner. It is going to be the first set piece from the corner flag of the game, and it goes in favour of the home side, Sporting de Gijón. Played short by Murilo to Manu Garcia. Goes outside to play in the cross, looking for Babin at the back post, had to be cleared by Eric. Medina went for the first time shot, got a deflection, I believe it was off Tana, and we will see another corner for the home side. De La Bella marking Alvaro there, the big striker for Sporting. Manu Garcia once again puts the ball in. Babin now at the back post, and it is cleared off the line by Lemos. The same tactics from the corner that were trying to be implemented in the first one were successfully done in the second corner taken. Forcefully cleared off the line by Lemos. It was Aitami though who had that small collision with Babin, who when going for the jump, he is down. The Las Palmas captain Aitami. Of course the camera is focusing on Lemos, his centre-back partner, after this great clearance off the line. Could have seen an early goal already. It's a very good header from Babin. Fair to say though, he does jump literally quite over Aitami, catching the elbow on the back of his head. Ball played out by the side. It will be a throw-in for Las Palmas, who give the possession back to the home side. Marinho lays it off for Babin. His first game in nearly a month for the centre-back from Martinique. Pedro Diaz laying the ball loose. Tana in possession. De La Bella. Of course, most passes played forward. They will be trying to find Pedri, the young midfielder for Las Palmas. Fortunately for the visitors today, they will only be able to enjoy the talents of the young midfielder until the end of the season. In January, officially signing for Barcelona for what we believe to be a fee in and around 8 million euros. The deal though with Las Palmas was that the midfielder would stay here playing for the Canary Island side until the end of the season, and then would move on to the Catalan giants, Barcelona in La Liga. Here we see a replay from Lemos clearing the header. Was going to be a definite goal if the centre-half hadn't have been there. Miroslav Djukic, the manager for Sporting, he would have been over the moon if that had found the back of the net early on. Pepe Mel, his opposition, would of course be furious if that were to have beaten his goalkeeper, Valles. Will be taken though, the set piece for a foul. Lemos to go long. And the attempted pass from the cross, first time of asking by De La Bella, straight out of play, will be a goal kick for the home side. Both sides will be looking today to narrow that gap of 5 points down to 2 with the relegation zone. Especially with teams underneath them like Lugo and Albacete managing to get draws yesterday and the day before in this match day 31 of La Liga Smartbank. Both sides in a current good run of form. Can Las Palmas use it? Here they go down the right-hand side. Ball played back to Ruben Castro, and it was just played in behind him. Could not get the ball in front to possibly get a shot on target. The Sporting defense quickly clearing their lines, not going to take any risks. Las Palmas looking for a away win today, only managing to pick up 4 in their previous 15 away games this season. 6 draws and 5 defeats to accompany those 4 victories. 14 goals scored, 16 conceded. It's a fairly good number of goals for an away side over the long-lasting campaign. Their last result, though, was a home draw against Malaga. Munir, the Malaga goalkeeper, had a big role to play as he made many impressive saves. Las Palmas managing to open the score sheet from a corner 3 minutes into the second half. Eric Curbelo with the header in that one. 20 minutes later, unfortunately, David Lomban headed in the equaliser from a corner. Ruben Castro, the striker for Las Palmas, could have won the game at the end, but was denied late on by Munir himself. Pepe Mel believed his team deserved a lot more out of that game, but did mention they come in with confidence and optimism for this trip, this long trip for the Canary Island side to Asturias. It's a long flight for the visitors to make. And there's a foul there, this time on Medina, I believe, or it's actually Alvaro, the striker, up against Lemos, the centre half. Here we see it again. The challenge from behind by the Uruguayan centre half, who's gonna see a yellow card for it as well. Feisty start to the game. 10 minutes in already, 1 yellow card apiece. Near chances for either side. Clearest one coming for Sporting. The header by Babin cleared off the line by Lemos himself. Medina to take the set piece. Unfortunately, though, straight played out of past the goal, and it will be a goal kick for Las Palmas. 10 minutes into this game. It's been a quick start to proceedings. Oliver de la Fuente. Ramos, the referee, already needed to be called into action. Marinho to Babin. Javi Fuego coming to play that role that Salvador plays so well for this side, coming to virtually help out the play out the back, counting most of the time as a possible third centre-half in defensive positions. It is a mentality that most of the best holding midfield players in world football follow. Regaining possession there. Javi Fuego himself plays it back to Babin and instantly going deep, plays the long ball wide, and it's a very good one. Finds Damian Perez, puts in the cross with the left foot. Over everyone though, Murillo will struggle and cannot keep that ball in play. Will be another goal kick. Murillo, who's had quite a lively start to his career at Sporting, on loan from Braga, signed in January. Scored a very good goal a couple of weeks ago away to Racing Santander. Very lively, quick and dynamic on the ball. Now, of course, slowly nursed into the team, but now is a regular starter for Miroslav Djukic. And it's a good run here. It's a very good run forward. Pedri lays it off. And it was a very good shot by Benito Ramirez, cleared away at the front post by Marinho. It is going to be a corner for the visiting side. Here we see Javi Fuego dispossessed by Pedri. Not taking the shot, laying it off wide. And Benito with his left foot. First time effort on goal. Forcing Marinho to get down quickly to clear that. First corner of the game for the visitors. It is Benito once again, cleared away by Alvaro at the front post in quite a spectacular fashion, we could say. Nearly what you call a karate kick there. Murillo breaking forward though. Blocked and shoved to the ground. But a very good defensive cover by Castellanos. Here's Tana for De La Bella. Lemos goes for the long ball. The idea was pretty clear, but Marinho read that as well. Benito Ramirez wasn't found. Damian Perez now will attempt the counter-attack. Alvaro completely misjudging the pass. And Las Palmas can possibly break, but cut out very well by the left back. Here we see that shove to the ground. It was Tana who pushed Murillo to the ground. No foul was given though. Castellano playing the last couple of minutes basically as a left centre half and a back three, trying to play out the back. Pepe Mel's side. And the scream there, you could hear it from Carmona after that collision with Eric Curvelo. Does apologise to the Sporting captain. Won't see a yellow card for that. You'd already beaten Javi Fuego. But then in an attempt to not lose the ball, clattering into Carmona. Damian Perez playing as a number 10 there with a poor layoff, giving away the throw-in. Eric Curbelo to take. Tana gives the ball back to him. And it will be another throw-in. Benito Ramirez wanting to take it quickly. Can't find a teammate. Will wait for Eric to take it himself. Aitami, the Las Palmas captain, laying it off for Lemos. The ball played short now. Verde, always looking to go forward, the youngster, laying it off for Tana. Quite more experience in that number 10 role. Castellano. Good ball wide now. For Benito. Fabio not taking any chances, playing it back. Castellano once again on the ball down the left-hand side. De La Bella was expecting, as you can see there, the pass to be played to Tana instead of himself. Didn't make the run, and possession is given away by Las Palmas. It's been a fairly, what you could call, averaged season so far for the visitors. Speaks volumes really with their stats in general this season. They've managed in the 30 previous games in La Liga, 9 wins, 11 draws and 10 defeats. Fairly average in the sense that there's not much difference between the three stats. 34 goals as well, 35 conceded. They have been a team usually famous for picking up quite a few draws in this division. Some of them managed to hold out results, others failing to kill off games. It is, of course, a bit of a shame for Las Palmas. They know it's true as well, the fact that their best goal scorer this season is Jonathan Vieira, the departed Jonathan Vieira, with 10 goals. Castro, Narvaez and another departed forward, Pecart, are on 5 goals each. Jonathan Vieira signing on loan from his Chinese side, Beijing Quan, during the off-season back in China. His loan deal expired in Spain on the 31st of December. But still managing to get 10 goals in 13 games for Las Palmas this season. The president wanting to extend that loan deal, but at least until February. But the Chinese side, of course, wanting their player back for their pre-season. Good save there by Marinho. Of course, it is quite unfortunate with all the scares with the coronavirus, not only in China, around the rest of Europe. Chinese league at a possible risk of even starting. A very good ball played in by Benito Ramirez, forcing Marinho into the save. It's going to be another corner for the visitors. Played into the danger area, headed away. Player down for Las Palmas. Pedro Diaz wanted to attempt a counter-attack anyway. Referee De La Fuente Ramos pulls the play back. It is Eric Curbelo and Babin, two players colliding with what we can only imagine are head injuries there. Here we see a replay, both players going for the ball, and that is painful. A direct collision there, if you've ever seen one, that is going to leave both players possibly scarred physically and maybe mentally for the rest of the game. 20 minutes in, 70 to be played here at El Molinón. It does look like we see there could be some blood, at least for Babin, which is of course unfortunate. Eric Curbelo managing to get back to his feet. Does look a little dazed. See, he has got a cut on his forehead. It does look like there is clearly a cut on the player's forehead. Probably a quick resort to just bandage up the injury. But he will carry on, the Sporting centre-half. Eddie Curbelo managing to confidently continue, it seems. Babin probably getting a bit of the worst out of that collision. They already have quite a few injury problems, Sporting Gijón. They don't need another one. Already with Valiente out, Salvador out today, although through suspension. Bogdan, the regular right back for Sporting, was injured 2 weeks ago, suffered a very serious foot injury which needed surgery, will be out for at least another month on the sidelines. Positive news for Sporting, it does give Medina game time. Set piece to be played by Las Palmas. Straight to Marinho once again. Takes the goal kick long. And the shove to the ground from Murillo. He was expecting to get away with that, but there's no other word for it. It was a direct tackle on Castellano. Just see that glance looking away from the ball and straight at the player. Luckily though, both players, Eric and Babin, are back on the pitch and ready to resume. Be interesting if he shows any hesitation when heading the ball for the remainder of this game. We've just hit the halfway mark in the first 45 minutes. Still anybody's game. It's been a very fast-paced game, must be said. Possession, mainly short spells. Neither side keeping what we would consider a long spell of possession. One clear chance for Sporting. A couple of near chances for Las Palmas. Lemos laying it off for Aitami. Back to the Uruguayan centre-half, Castellano. Laying it off for Tana, who'd come deep to pick up the ball. And another attempted long pass. Eric, the right back, up against Damian. That was the first collision of the game, where the left back for Sporting, Damian Perez, saw a yellow card only 25 seconds into the game. Here's Molinero. Pedro Diaz. Pass ricocheting off Tana, forcing Molinero to start once again out from the back. Possession kept well, but then the forward pass trying to find Alvaro. Conceding possession, Murillo. The one very big advantage that Sporting do have with Murillo, he is a very, what you'd call, vertical player. Every time he picks up the ball, the only direction he really wants to go is forward, which is very positive for any side to have a player with that mentality. They already do have quite a couple of direct players going forward, Sporting. Players like Aitor Garcia on the bench today, Manu Garcia starting up front. Carmona, of course, the captain, likes to pull the strings from midfield. Usually plays out on one of the two sides, but does occasionally come in deep to pull the strings in and around the center of the park. Alvaro laying it off now for the captain, Carmona. Manu Garcia couldn't find the pass to Murillo, but it's a very good forward ball for Medina. Back to the striker. Does really well to lay it off wide. Damian Perez lays it off once again to the striker, Manu Garcia. Lovely ball into the danger area. Carmona plays it back for Alvaro and finishes it off, but the flag was up. We might have to see the replay. The ball played over the top. Lemos just possibly holding them onside. Of course, when Carmona plays the pass back to Alvaro, the striker is onside. The real question is Carmona, and the shoulder was slightly offside. Therefore, simple gold kick for offside. Would have been the opener, though. Very good, lovely play by Manu Garcia to pick out Carmona. The captain laying it off for his striker. Medina with the throw-in, comes off Lemos. He'll have a second crack at it, but higher up the pitch this time, in front of the home side dugout. You can see Miroslav Djukic there out of his seat, looking on as we approach the half-an-hour mark here at the fixture of match day 31 in La Liga Smartbank between Sporting Gijón and Las Palmas. Coming to you live from El Molinón. Here we can see the VAR replay once again. The shoulder and the foot of Carmona are the two body parts playing the midfielder offside. Alvaro Vázquez, of course, doesn't come into play until later on. Here's Murillo for Medina. Attempted the pass to Murillo. Does really well, though, to win back possession after giving it away. Carmona can't say the same. Castellano does well to lay it off for De La Bella. Here's Pedri. Antana trying to go forward for Rubén Castro, who's hardly had a sniff of the ball. Shoved to the ground there by Molinero. Rubén Castro, a vast, experienced striker in Spanish football. Played many years for Betis in La Liga. Started his career here, though, at Las Palmas. Departing to play at Betis. Small journey out of Spain as well for a couple of years, and now back to where his career began at Las Palmas. Leading the line for them today. Benito Ramirez with the cross. Dealt with well by Sporting. as Castellano, I believe, goes down to ground. It's actually Fabio there, getting himself in between Babin and Damian Perez. It is another set piece for Las Palmas. Sporting giving away quite a few fouls in the opening half an hour of this game. And most of them coming from what you could call dangerous positions. Benito Ramirez with that left foot. Probably a bit far out to go straight for goal, but definitely has the chance to play it into the danger area. In the end, does decide to go straight at goal, went low, and Marinho doing well to get both hands to the ball. In the end, quite a central set piece. Fabio there, wrestled to the ground by Mano Garcia. Clear foul by the Sporting striker. Quick replay there of the free kick taken by Benito. Las Palmas have had what they consider to be, so far, a slow start here at El Molinón. Have quite a good record playing here. 7 wins, 4 draws and 4 defeats in 15 games. 20 goals scored, only 14 conceded. That's a stat you always want to see at home. A place where you can score more goals than those that you concede. They'd had back-to-back victories before their defeat last week, a 1-0 away loss at El Toralín, Ponferradina's ground. Sporting carried the initiative in that game, but were susceptible to the counter-attacks of Ponferradina. 16 minutes in, Caché headed in a cross from Son, beating 3 Sporting defenders to the ball. For the remainder of the game, they couldn't break down Ponferradina, and that has slightly been their downfall throughout the season. Sporting are definitely a side that take advantage of quick counter-attacking play. Slightly a bit slower in what we'd consider build-up play. But, of course, looking to get back to winning ways here. Possible handball shout there. All the players trying to make a case to the referee. Play will continue for the moment. El Molinón making it clear they're not happy with that decision. Of course, until we see a possible check, we won't be able to know if that complaint is valid from the home players and home support for that matter. Bit of a risky pass there from Valles. Under pressure by Álvaro. Lemos to clear. Tana shrugging off the challenge from Pedro Diaz. Pedri cutting inside now. The idea was a good one to try and find Benito, but a poor execution of the pass. Eric with the ball over the top, was looking for Rubén Castro. It will be Tana who picks up the lost ball. Down on this left-hand side, the lovely back heel for De La Bella, and the solid tackle from Medina. Here we can see a replay of the case where the home players were asking for a penalty, and you can understand why. It does come off the arm of Castellanos, but it is pretty unavoidable, that one. Referee making it clear he's having none of it. makes play go on. Pedro Diaz to Javi Fuego. Alvaro trying to play it forward to Murillo, ends up conceding possession to Lemos. Babin in possession now to Javi Fuego. Javi Fuego once again playing in the position of Salvador, the regular defensive midfielder at Sporting Gijón. It was really a toss-up between him and José Gragera, the youngsters, to play that role today. Both players have lacked game time since the arrival of Djukic here at Sporting. Gragera, though, is considered one of the future stars at the club. It's been a tough week for the young midfielder, but did make it clear to his manager, Djukic, he wanted to be involved in the game. Manager prepared to give him the whole week off if needed to spend with his family at these tough times. Young lad deciding to be involved with the squad, and he is today. Maybe we'll be able to see him coming off the bench in what we expect will be now the second half of the game. Here's De La Bella, plays in the cross though for Las Palmas. It's a good shot and save. Marinho did well to block the shot, and then the second chance dropping for Tana. The first attempt, I believe, dropped for Rubén Castro. Yes, it did, and Tana couldn't get the secondary chance on target. But that is the clearest chance the visitors have had so far. It's come 7 minutes before the break. And it doesn't lie, the stats at the top. 5 shots, not all on target, but shots on goal. But they have had 4 on target so far. Arguably, some of them from quite a long way out, and unlikely to beat the keeper Marinho, but still they all count. De La Bella, beg pardon, puts in the cross, cleared away, and it is another corner for Las Palmas. Slowly, the visitors definitely growing into the game, taking more control against Sporting. Ball finds its way all the way back to Valles in the Las Palmas goal. And Medina with the clearance, it came off. Pedri. And the rebound once again dropping for Rubén Castro. There we see Medina's coming off Pedro. Marinho coming out and ricocheting the pass off Rubén Castro. Nearly found its way into the back of the net. Wasn't that far off. Here's Fabio. Eric laying it off for Benito. Tana. Doing well, Las Palmas, to keep possession there. Castellano to De La Bella. Left back plays it back to Lemos. Nearly conceding possession. Be a free kick though for Sporting, taken quickly, trying to find Alvaro with the long pass. Wasn't going to get around Lemos. Straight up for a goal kick for the visiting side. Both of these sides have had what you would consider recent La Liga Santander experience. Sporting, unfortunately, getting relegated in the 2016-2017 season. Las Palmas following them the season after. Constant number of seasons, the last couple in La Liga Smartbank. But of course, this season, more than any other, the second tier of Spanish football with some very interesting stuff in and around the middle of the table. You can't really call it the middle of the table anymore, because nearly 10 teams in between what you would call 16th and 6th. The points gap is minimal, 4 to 5 points. A win or a loss here or there will see you drop down the table quite heavily, but also a couple of wins back-to-back will see you climb up the table with a lot of promise. Sporting being a clear example. They were going into the Ponferradina game last week, where a win would put them 2 points behind the playoffs, which would have put them in good stead for today's game. Unfortunately, they fell 1-0 to Ponferradina, who took the chance to close the gap to the playoff positions. Poor ball forward from Tana. Damian Perez covering his lines very well. Pedro Diaz cannot give away the ball there. Pedri laying it off well. And Benito couldn't find his shot. Pedro Diaz making up for his mistake, winning the ball back. Goes long for Alvaro. The striker forced out wide to the right. Here's Murillo. It's been a quiet first 45 from him, the winger. Pedro Diaz once again in possession. Decides to go for the long shot. Blocked against Aitami. And here's Ruben Castro trying to play the passing behind for Pedri. Cleared away after the ball was played back by Babin. Eric. Aitami with a heavy pass. De La Bella unable to get the ball. It is going to be a throw-in for the home side on the halfway line. Medina to take as we enter now the final minute of the opening 45 here at El Molinón. The foul, though, conceded by Molinero. On Ruben Castro. Here we see it again. The striker getting the first touch to the ball, but clattered into from behind by the Sporting centre-half. Miroslav Djukic looking on with what we expect should be some slight concern. Las Palmas slowly getting a firm grip on the game. Players like Pedri, Tana and Benito Ramirez are warming up into the game. Lovely play there, and what an absolutely brilliant strike that was from Fabio. Fabio hitting it just off the crossbar. Struggled to get the words out there. That came out of nowhere. Ruben Castro with the header, letting it down and drop for Fabio, who didn't hesitate, took it first time of asking. Marinho would have been beaten, hitting the crossbar. 2 minutes of injury time have been added on. Murillo down by the corner flag in Sporting's half, up against Lemos, and the centre half gives away the corner. Here we can see a quick replay, lovely chested down by Fabio to Ruben Castro, played back to him, and the midfielder doing really well to get his foot on that. That would have been an unbelievable strike from the Las Palmas midfielder. Murillo to take the corner for Sporting. It's played short, and Carmona at the front post can't play it back into the danger area. It is going to be a goal kick. 1 minute remaining of the 2 added on of injury time. Here we see Marinho would have been absolutely beaten had the ball been a little bit lower. But nonetheless, brilliant effort by Fabio. And the long ball by Valles, straight out of play. Medina to take. Murillo loses possession to Pedri, but that will be that. Oliver de la Fuente Ramos blows his whistle for the half-time break. It's been a back and forth first half, shall we say. Las Palmas slightly the more superior side, taking the initiative in possession, having the clearer chances of the game, despite Babin's header early on cleared off the line by Lemos. It is here at El Molinón at the break. Sporting 0, Las Palmas 0. Welcome back to the El Molinón Stadium in Asturias, near the north of Spain, for this fixture of match day 31 in La Liga Smartbank between Sporting Gijón and Las Palmas. The visiting side, Las Palmas, already out of the dressing room, awaiting the arrival of the home side. It's been a cagey, shall we say, first 45. Clear chances on target have come in small numbers, small doses. Las Palmas have had, though, quite a lot more shots on target than the home side. Although, it must be said, most of those shots coming from distances and angles that probably wouldn't have resulted in a goal. The best chance for Sporting coming in the early minutes of the game. A header from a corner by Babin, cleared off the line by Lemos, which would have seen the home side opening the score sheet. Las Palmas, meanwhile, mainly able to keep control of possession, creating some lovely stuff between Benito Ramirez, Tana and Pedri, trying to find Rubén Castro. Clearest chance for them, though, would be the beautiful volley from Fabio, the midfielder, hitting the crossbar. Had Marinho beat in the Sporting goal, just a bit too high to find the back of the net. The second 45 about to begin. Sporting will get us underway in their red and white kits, attacking from right to left on your screen. Las Palmas in their all yellow, attacking from left to right. Referee Oliver de la Fuente Ramos got us back underway. Here's Medina already for Sporting. Putting a cross in, trying to find Murillo. The header could drop for Alvaro. It does! And there it is! Out of nowhere! Sporting take the lead in this one. Hasn't even taken them the opening minute of the second 45. Álvaro Vázquez doing really well to put the ball between the legs of Valles in the Las Palmas goal. And you can't say it's based on the first half play from Sporting. Not many balls have gone forward to that man. But the one that drops for him, in fact, the first one that drops for him in this second 45, boy, is he taking it. Poor clearance from Eric Curbelo. And on the weak foot, on the left foot, Álvaro Vázquez puts it between the legs of Valles. And 1 minute in to the second 45, it's Sporting Gijón 1, Las Palmas 0. Talk about a turnaround. The team talk from Miroslav Djukic just worked a treat. Las Palmas getting us quickly back underway. If you're only just joining us, you won't really understand how much of a slight surprise that is for Sporting to find the back of the net. Las Palmas really carrying most of the initiative in the first 45. No substitutions at the break, but Álvaro Vázquez with a brilliant goal. What a turnaround that is. They have only conceded one goal in their last 3 games, Sporting. They might have a chance to get a second here. Pedro Diaz, very good set-piece taker, not only for Sporting, but in terms of La Liga Smartbank, will put the ball into the danger area. But that one is a poor one. It does drop again for Álvaro Vázquez. Forced into the save by Yes. Las Palmas players begging for an offside. Here we see the ball quickly replayed. He is clearly onside. Álvaro Vázquez from a same and similar angle to where he got his first. Not the start to the second 45 Las Palmas were hoping for. The corner played in. De la Bella heading away. It's going to be another corner for the home side, this time from the opposite corner flag. Clearly onside. It's a good save, therefore, by Valles. did well to come out, make himself look big, got a foot in and saved the shot. Ball played in short. It's Babin! Oh my goodness, out of nowhere. This really has turned the game on its head. 4 minutes into the second 45, and Jean-Sylvain Babin makes it 2-0 for Sporting. No idea what's been said in the dressing room here at El Molinón, in that home dressing room specifically. But Sporting have come out of the blocks looking like a completely different team. The corner took the bounce on the edge of the 6-yard box. Nobody covering Babin, and the header not even a high one. Mid-height beats Valles at the back post. The goalkeeper furious with his defenders. And there you have it. Sporting completely turning this game on its head. It's 2-0 for the home side. Babin, who had the first chance of the game, cleared off the line by Lemos. This time, he does get his goal, and boy, does it count. Euphoria here at El Molinón, as 5 minutes into the second half, it is Sporting 2, Las Palmas 0. Really is a quick turnaround of events. Even Manu Garcia seems the fact that he can't really believe it. Their first 2 chances on goal in this second 45. Out of the opening 3, beg pardon, 2 of them coming and going into the back of the net. Las Palmas are going to need to show a bit more than what they already showed in the first 45, which was a very good showing of themselves, but clearly not a good start to the second half. 2 goals conceded since the beginning of the second 45. This result, at the moment, we see marks Sporting's 30th goal of the season. They've also conceded 30. Perfect average. They, of course, would like to have more goals in favour, but that is the result. Of course, their last home game here was an impressive one. It was a 1-0 home win against Cádiz. Of course, Cádiz in the recent weeks have struggled to pick up points as compared to how they were playing during the month of January. But still, credit must be given to Sporting. They prove how well they can play, and that's been the slight fault for that mainly most of their supporters have put forward, the inconsistency of Sporting this season. They do have a side that can pull off very good and surprising results sometimes, but that can also work against them. Las Palmas get their first corner of the half played in, and Marinho does well to get both hands to the ball. The goalkeeper wanting to start the counter-attack. No teammate available to him. And this just doesn't help at all, this early start to the second half for Las Palmas. Pepe Mel already going to react quickly, bringing on a double substitution. Good run forward there by Ruin Castro, goes to ground. No foul given. Damián Pérez laying it off for Carmona. And the play by the left back. Tries to find Medina. Murillo. Here's Benito Ramirez now for Las Palmas. Pedri. Carmona. Laying it off for Damián Pérez. It will be a throw-in for the home side, and now The double substitution will be made by Pepe Mel. It is Eric Curbelo, one of the players who's coming off, as well as Fabio, I believe. Yes, it is. It is Sirnic coming on for the right back, Eric. And Fabio is replaced by Fede Barella. Quick double substitution. Not even 10 minutes into the second half. You can't blame Pepe Mel. I don't think anyone in the ground could have expected what we've seen in the opening 45 and what we've seen in the opening 10 of the second 45. This result will end a three undefeated game run for Las Palmas. They've managed to draw their last 3 games, all 3 ending in a 1-1 draw. Games against Numancia, Alcorcón and Málaga. Despite this, the club haven't won a game since the 15th of December, where they won 3-2 away from home against Elche. That was back on match day 20. Therefore, 11 games without a win for Pepe Mel and his side. They've only lost 3 of those 11 games, the other 8 ending in draws. Here we've quickly seen now the 2 goals. Here's the first one from Álvaro Vázquez. Could have easily got a second one, actually, after scoring that first one, but it was Babin who got the 2-0 from the corner. But the stat does speak for itself. The 15th of December since the last victory in La Liga, Smarbang for Las Palmas. Now, granted, it is fair to say they haven't lost that many games in that amount of time. But of course, there will come a point in the season where the draws will not be enough. The 3 points will be needed instead of only picking up 1. It's been a bit of a weird season up and down for Las Palmas. They've just had a change in sporting directors this week as well. Rocco Majorino has left the club after failing to do any business in January, as well as the departures of Araujo and Pecart. Luis Helguera is his replacement in the club. He's returning to Las Palmas after being in a similar position a couple of years ago when they were playing in La Liga. It's some small changes off the pitch that seem to be having quite a big impact on how the team are playing on the pitch. Pepe Mel trying to do everything possible for his players to focus on the pitch and not what happens off. It's another corner, quickly played. Murillo was looking for Álvaro Vázquez. He put the ball back into the danger area, but straight to the hands of Valles. Quickly played to Benito Ramirez, down the right-hand side, cuts inside to play the cross. Comes off Pedro Diaz. Wanted the handball, the Las Palmas player. It won't come. And the Sporting midfielder, Pedro Diaz, doing really well to turn around there and keep possession. Despite all of these slight problems, Pepe Mel looks set to extend his contract with the club. The institution itself making it clear that the official announcement will be done at the end of the season, but it is practically 100% correct and completed that Pepe Mel will be in charge of Las Palmas next season. Rain Castro still making his case that there was a foul in the previous play. Las Palmas in possession now, as we are just a minute away from arriving to the hour mark of this matchup. Here's Varela over the top. It's a lovely ball, and it's taken by De La Bella. Good save by Marinho. Bit off balance for the left back to hit it on his preferred left foot. Hence the fact that he ended up kicking it with the outside of his left foot instead of getting a full, powerful contact. Still dealt with very well by the Sporting goalkeeper Marinho, one of the top goalkeepers in this division. It's a good ball played. It's played across though by Sirnic, and no one got a foot to it. But it is going to be a throw-in, as it did take a slight deflection off one of the Sporting defenders. It's a good run, this. Trying to find Benito. Lovely little run by the young midfielder Pedri. Couldn't find his teammate though. But Las Palmas do carry on and still have possession. Sporting look a lot better, and it shows on the scoreboard in this opening 50 minutes of the second half than they looked in the entirety of the first. Tana getting mispossessed there. Mano Garcia doing really well to turn around a couple of players. But Castellano was one a bit too far. I believe with the double sub, we've now seen Castellano playing out at right back with Sirnic and Varela trying to help to push the team forward. Aitami. It really is a great game, the game of football. You can clearly see it. People do say, the best in the game do normally say, you are most vulnerable to concede a goal once you've just scored, but also after you conceded as well. And Sporting just taking full advantage after that. Las Palmas concede a goal. Seconds later, conceding another one. That cross from Sirnic hitting Damian Perez. He's going to be feeling that one. Here we see again that good chance that dropped for De La Bella. Mano Garcia does well to win back the ball, but it is Aitami who fouls Carmona. Ball for Sporting. Here we can see a replay of the second goal, the corner scored by Babin. Celebrations there with the goal, with the young midfielder Graguera, and what can only be described as a tough week for him and his family. During that replay, we saw the third and final substitution from Las Palmas, Cristian Lopez coming on to replace Benito Ramirez. Pepe Mel already using up all three of his substitutions with just under half an hour to be played. Sporting still have all three substitutions to their disposal. The long ball tried to be head down by Sirnic, ends up taking out Damian Perez. It's not going to be anything more than a foul. Babin plays the ball across field to Medina. De la Bella won the jump though. Alvaro does really well to lay it off for Murillo. Couldn't play the ball to get round the last defender. And another foul given away by Las Palmas. The jump there with Medina. It is Christian Lopez who made the jump. Christian Lopez making his debut for Las Palmas today. The Spanish striker signed as a free agent after his contract expired at Hatta Club in the United Emirates. It's been a quick and necessary signing after none of the transfer targets put forward by Mayorino were signed in the January transfer window. And there we see Sporting nearly making it 3 through Carmona. A really good ball played. No offside was given, it was a close one. Hesitated and didn't pass it across to Alvaro, went for glory himself. Carmona this time can't play it through to Murillo. Christian Lopez was looking for the ball there, hoping to impress on his debut. Alvaro Vázquez, already the striker, getting his name on the score sheet today. It's going to be tough for Christian Lopez to make his debut here. 2-0 down off the bench. Goal kick to be taken by Las Palmas. Pedro Diaz losing possession. Dana plays it off for Varela. Poor pass for De La Bella as Murillo lays it off for Javi Fuego. This is Manu Garcia. Will keep possession, but it is a throw-in. Both Sporting and Las Palmas, two of the teams in and around the mid-table zone in La Liga Smartbank. They were in a similar position last season, but credit to them. Sporting currently on 38 points, 41 if they manage to hold on to the 3 today. They finished 9th on 42 points last season in La Liga Smartbank. Las Palmas, meanwhile, quite a different scenario there, currently on 38 points, finishing 12th with 54 last season in La Liga Smartbank. Just goes to show as well how the points tally worked out. All played in by Sirnic. Ball played wide once again for Sirnic. Foul on Dana. Clear foul by Carbona. Beg pardon with the previous stat given to you. Sporting finishing last season on 61 points there. Still a few to go to catch them up, but the point in principle still stands. Mid-table finish last season. This season hoping to finish a little bit higher up than that. Of course, the defeat today for Las Palmas will put them closer to the bottom end. Sporting closer to the playoff spots. Ball to be played in by Varela. And Rubén Castro, who brought that down using the arm. And he's not happy with it, clearly. See, it is in that area which is where most players will say they use the shoulder. Use of the arm. Referee Oliver de la Fuente Ramos not going to argue with Rubén Castro. Now in the final 20 minutes of this game here at El Molinón. And you can understand the frustration for Rubén Castro. His side with a very promising first 45, and all of the hard work gone to shreds in the opening 5 minutes of the second 45. But they can only have themselves to blame. Medina. And Murillo fouling De La Bella in an attempt to go away with the ball. We're about to see as well the first substitution for Miroslav Djukic and his side, Sporting de Gijón. And the ball over the top, played to Murillo. Alvaro in support. Murillo cuts outside, takes the shot, and it's an absolutely beautiful finish. Superb from the winger. We'll obviously need a confirmation if there is a possible offside, but what a brilliant finish from Murilo da Souza. Surely game over if this counts. It did look close at the first point of seeing it. In natural play, it did look slightly offside. We see here the pass played by Manu Garcia. He is onside, played on by Aitami. Had Alvaro in support and said, don't worry, I've got this covered, and slams it past Valles in the Las Palmas goal. with just over 15 to go at El Molinón. It's Sporting 3, Las Palmas 0. The winger on loan from Braga, setting up the 3 points, celebrating once again with Grajera. And it is going to be Manu Garcia who gets a rest for the final minutes, taken off here by Miroslav Djukic. In his place, Nacho Mendez. That really is what we can imagine to be the final nail in the coffin for Pepe Mel and his Las Palmas side. Still 15 to go, though. Lemos now laying it off for De La Bella. Here's Castellano. Sirnic trying to play it forward towards Tana. Possession ends up going all the way back to the centre halves. Here's Aitami. Now he finds De La Bella out wide. Varela trying to inch his way forward. Finds Christian Lopez. But possession is ultimately given away. Pedro Diaz to Medina now. Medina once again picking up the loose ball after Murillo was surrounded by 3 players. Here's Babin. He's laid off for Pedro Diaz. Changes play quickly for Medina. And Murillo with the poor pass, trying to give it back to the right back, and Las Palmas will just try to get something out of the game, but it does look very far away from them now. Sporting looking set to picking up their 8th home win of the season, their 11th win overall in La Liga Smartbank. Here we can see a quick offside check from VAR. Aitami clearly playing Murillo onside. Of course, when seeing the play, the chance from open play, it did look like the offside was an actual possibility. Of course, seeing it again there, pretty clear. Aitami, the centre half, playing Murillo onside. Lemos cutting out the pass, which could have found Álvaro Vázquez. But it is Nacho Mendez who gives away the foul. Played well by Pedri to Tana, trying to find Christian Lopez. Pedri down on the right-hand side. The young midfielder. It's a good shot on target by Varela, but easily dealt with by Marinho. Castellano with the push there to Nacho Mendez, but the foul on Javier Fuego by Varela is given. Javier Fuego showing his experience in midfield, knowing that that foul was coming, and likely so. Fuego, an experienced player in Spanish football, played for the likes of Villarreal and Espanyol in La Liga. Struggling to get regular minutes and game time here at Sporting. As mentioned, the first half getting his game time today, mainly down to the suspension of Salvador. Good cut back there from the defense, but it was offside by Las Palmas. Here we see a quick replay of the third goal. Murillo doing really well to pick up possession, and a great finish into the top corner. And Carmona, the captain, is the man replaced by Djukic for the second substitution by Sporting. Aitor Garcia coming on to get his game time today. Carmona, the captain, having a solid game in midfield today. One substitution left for Miroslav Djukic. 10 minutes to go at El Molinón of this match day 31 fixture in La Liga Smartbank between Sporting, Gijón 3 and Las Palmas 0. Damián Pérez as well to avert the challenge from Rubén Castro. Babin now with the long clearance. So now Rubén Castro is fouled there by Aitor Garcia. Tana taking set piece responsibility. It is going to be Varela to play the ball into the danger area. Headed away clear by Álvaro Vázquez. Really has put in a very big shift for Sporting today. Tana with a good cross, but a good clearance as well by Molinero. Trying to blame Murillo in behind. Doesn't get there ahead of Castellano. Good defensive awareness from the midfielder. De la Bella. Ball attempted to be played forward, but Marinho clears his lines. Damián Pérez making the sprint to try and keep it in play. Doesn't manage to do so, but Sporting still keep possession. Nacho Mendez. Here's Murillo. The foul now given away by Sporting. On Tana this time. Medina getting muddled up with his own feet there. Can't clear it. Now does keep possession, but plays it straight, directly over the white line. The pace of the game really has dropped since the third goal from Sporting. Las Palmas clearly feeling deflated. Sporting will be looking for more though. Murillo does well to play in Nacho Mendez, and it's a great finish. It's number 4 for Sporting Gijón. The mistake defensively, but a really good play forward by Murillo. Plays in Nacho Mendez, who gets his second goal of the campaign. It's a great finish to beat Valles from there. Álvaro Vázquez causing Lemos into the slip. Murillo laying it off for Nacho Mendez, who slides it past the goalkeeper. And with 5 minutes to go, Sporting find themselves 4-0 up after 4 goals coming in the second 45. Clinical performance in this second 45. And the third and final substitution will be made now by Sporting. Pedro Diaz in the midfield, coming off. And to a standing ovation, it is José Gragera coming on to play the final minutes in this game. Big praises have to be given to José Gragera, even if it's only 5 minutes on the pitch, to be willing and wanting to be part of the matchday squad after the tough week that he's had. Credit to him. And a nice gesture from Miroslav Djukic. Gragera now playing alongside Javi Fuego in the 2 holding roles for the final minutes for Sporting Gijón. Damián Pérez playing it back to Marinho, who now goes long. Nacho Mendez tried to bring it down, first time of asking. Castellano did well to win the ball, but now Murillo once again playing the ball in behind for Álvaro Vázquez. No flag it seems, chips it over the keeper, and it is 5 for Sporting. The second goal of the game for Álvaro Vázquez. Las Palmas have absolutely crumbled in this second half. It's Álvaro Vázquez's 4th goal of the season, 2nd today. And here we see once again Murillo playing the ball. He might just be offside, the striker, but does really well to chip it over the keeper. No chance of any centre-back getting to the ball. And the high press from Sporting has paid off heavily in the second 45. It does look like the goal will stand. Very close call from a possible offside. That is the 3rd assist for Murillo since arriving at the club. But the decision, I believe, has been given as offside in the end. Possibly played a little bit too late by Murillo. And it is confirmed now the goal will not stand. It was offside by Álvaro Vázquez. And that is the 2nd goal that the striker has had chalked off for offside this evening. His first goal chalked off because of the offside by his teammate Carmona. Here we can see it now with the diagram from VAR. Clear offside by the striker. It will not stand, and unfortunately, Álvaro Vázquez does not get his 4th goal of the season. He'll have to make do with 3 at the moment. Final minute of the fixture here at El Molinón. You can clearly define this game, as the cliche says, a game of 2 halves. Las Palmas controlling the first 45 and Sporting completely dominating the second. VAR just checking something I believe could be a possible foul. Unaware yet of exactly the opportunity that has to be reviewed. We have reached now the 90th minute in this one. And the referee is going to go and check the VAR screen. We'll have confirmation in the replay. Here we see if there is a possible red card by Lemos there on Aitor Garcia, catching the back of the ankle of the striker. And the yellow card that he saw for it has been rescinded, and Lemos will be sent off. The second yellow card that was. Lemos picking up his first in the first 45. Slightly missed that foul on Aitor Garcia, given the yellow card originally, pulled back by VAR, and it is going to be a red. 3 minutes of injury time were added on during that VAR check. 1.5 already played out of the 3. Assume we will be seeing a little bit of that time added on. But Las Palmas down to 10 men for the final couple of minutes. And here's Pedri in possession now for Las Palmas. Tana. De La Bella plays it back to the midfielder. Varela forced to go back to Aitami. Poor pass though, picked out really well. Aitor Garcia with space to run in behind. Had Álvaro Vázquez in support. Aitor went for it on his own. Didn't get the shot on target. Still a slight limp really after that challenge from Lemos. Just over a minute to go. Not happy with that finish. And with himself, Aitor Garcia. Álvaro Vázquez was there, clearly in support. Murillo does really well now to get around Sirnic. As the 3 minutes of injury time are now up. Medina playing it forward to Nacho Méndez, and referee Oliver de la Fuente Ramos blows his whistle for the end of the game. It's been a very strange match despite the score sheet, really. Las Palmas doing really well in the first 45, creating the better chances, carrying the initiative of the game. Sporting Gijón having had a goal cleared off the line basically in the first minutes from a corner by Babin, then an offside goal against Alvaro Vázquez, but after scoring 2 goals in the opening 5 in the second half and 2 in the final 20, it ends here at El Molinón. Sporting Gijón 4, Las Palmas 0.